Dear friends, welcome to another video. Today we're going to take a first look at this Nextion display, a very useful touch display for our Arduino and ESP8266 projects. There is a lot to cover, so let's get started. Hello guys, I am Nick and welcome to Educate TV, a channel that is all about do-it-yourself electronics projects with Arduino, Raspberry Pi, ESP8266 and other popular boards. In this video we are going to use this Nextion display with Arduino and the Wemos D1 mini board. We are going to see what it offers, what it makes it different from the other touch displays, and we are going to build a simple weather station with it. Let's start! When I published the video about my top 5 Arduino displays, a lot of the viewers suggested that I should try the Nextion displays as well. There are a lot of Nextion displays. The smaller one is the 2.4-inch display and the larger one is the 7-inch display. I decided to try the 3.2-inch Nextion display. It costs around $23 and Banggood.com website was kind enough to provide me a sample unit in order to test it and share my opinion about it with you. You can find a link for it in the description of the video. As we said before, this is a 3.2-inch touchscreen and it offers a resolution of 400 by 240 pixels. At the back we can see that there is a 4-pin connector and an SD card slot. We only need to connect 4 wires to make it work. Let's power it up at once. I connect the red wire to 5 volts and the black wire to the ground of this small board which comes with the display. Next I connect the board to a 5-volt power bank. As you can see, the display turns on and we can use the demo program that is preloaded. There are some demo pages that showcase the capabilities of the display. We can use touch of course, and as you can see there are some impressive example pages like this one with the gauges. It looks very promising, but wait a minute, we don't use an Arduino to control it. How can we run code on it without a microcontroller? In order to answer this question, we have to look at the back of the screen. We can see that there is a small chip soldered at the back, which is a 32-bit microprocessor. It is an ARM processor which is clocked at 48 MHz. So this display uses its own processor, which is very powerful in order to control the display and draw the controls on the screen, like the buttons and the gauges. This is really amazing because this way the Arduino sketch won't be responsible to drive the display and display the user interface. This task is taken care of by the fast Nextion processor, so the Arduino is free to use its resources for other things. In order to send data and commands to the Nextion display, we use the serial interface. But how can we program the Nextion display? We need to use the Nextion editor, a free software that is provided by the developers of the display. You can find a link for it in the description of the video below. The editor claims to make the design of the graphical user interface on a Nextion display very easy and fast because it uses a what you see is what you get editor. Well, my initial opinion about the editor was not the best. The Nextion editor seems to be in an early stage of development and the documentation is almost inexistent. At first I was very disappointed. The software looks so primitive. After spending some time trying some things, I managed to build something useful, a simple weather station. It consists of only one page in which we display the temperature and the humidity we get from a DHT22 sensor using Arduino. Let's see how to build it from the beginning. At first, let's create the graphical user interface for the display. We create a new project and we save it to the disk. Next, we select the display we are using and the orientation of the display. It took me about 10 minutes to find out how to change the orientation of the display. The user experience of this software needs so many improvements. Now, we add the background image as a resource to the project. Next, from the Tools menu, we open the font generator. We generate a font, we save it to the disk and we add it in the project. From the toolbox, we enter a picture to the project page and we select the background picture from the resources. That's it, our background is ready. Now we are going to add a text box for the temperature. We name the new text object as temperature, we set a sample text, we set the color of the text alignment and the background color. We follow the same procedure one more time in order to make the humidity text box. We also create two more text boxes, one with a degree Celsius symbol and one with a percent symbol. These two text boxes won't be updated. If we now press the debug button, we can see how the interface will look in reality. But how can we change the values of the text boxes with the readings from the sensor? We need to send some commands to the display from the Arduino. We can emulate that from the debug window here. So if we send the command temperature.txt equals 30.5 to the Nextion display, the text box with the name temperature will be updated with a new value. We can do the same with the other text box which is named humidity. Cool! It is so easy after all. The Nextion code is ready. Let's load it to the display. We go to File, Open Build folder and we copy the weatherstation.tft file. We paste this file in an empty micro SD card. We then place this SD card in the SD card slot at the back of the Nextion display. If we now power up the display, it will update the code that the display is executing. If we now remove the SD card and power up the display one more time, the new graphical user interface will appear. Of course, the values won't change since we haven't connected the Arduino yet. Now we are ready to build the Arduino part of the project. We connect a DHT22 temperature sensor to an Arduino Uno. We use digital pin 2 as the output pin of the sensor. We also connect TX pin of the Arduino to the RX pin of the Nextion display and the RX pin of the Arduino to the TX pin of the Nextion display. We provide power to the sensor and the Nextion display and we are ready to load the code to Arduino. The code of the Arduino is very simple. We get the temperature from the sensor every 2 seconds and then we create two commands to send to the Nextion display in order to update the screen with the new values. We then write those commands to the serial port using the serial print command. It is that easy. Each Nextion command must end with a special character which is sent using the end Nextion command function I have created. Our first Nextion project is ready. As always, you can find the code of the project, both the Nextion code and the Arduino code, in the description of the video below. As you can see, using the Nextion displays we can build impressive projects quickly. We didn't use the touch functionality in these projects, but we will do so in a future video. This video was just a quick demonstration of the display. As a final thought, I think the Nextion displays are very useful in many projects. They can be used with any microcontroller since they require only 2 wires to connect. We can now add a big touch display to our Wemos D1 mini projects, which was impossible until now. We can even have a touch display with an Arduino Pro Mini. We can build so many projects with the Nextion displays. But the Nextion displays are far from perfect. The software for it is really poor and the documentation is inexistent. The hardware might be good, but the overall user experience is poor. Do I recommend these displays to anyone? Not really. Buy one only if you are going to build projects that other users shared, like this one, or if you are willing to spend many hours to find information about how to use the more advanced features of the display. I would love to hear your opinion about this. Do you like the Nextion display? And if yes, what kind of projects are you going to build using one of these? Please post your comments in the comment section below and don't forget to like the video if you find it interesting. Thanks! If you are new to the channel, I would love to have you subscribed by clicking on the channel icon here, because every Saturday I post a new video about do-it-yourself electronics and robot projects. I hope you will join our community. See you next week!